stop for a moment. This isn't random. You clicking on this video at this exact time on this exact day, it wasn't chance. It wasn't the algorithm. It wasn't luck. Jesus led you here, and he has something to tell you, something you've been needing to hear for a very long time, something that's going to change the way you see everything that's happened in your life. But before I tell you what it is, you need to understand why he waited until now to say it. Because the timing, that's part of the message. Some of you listening right now have been through something that nearly broke you. Maybe it was a betrayal. Maybe it was a loss. Maybe it was a season so dark you weren't sure you'd make it through. And you prayed every single day for God to take it away, to make it stop, to give you a reason to keep going. But the pain didn't leave when you wanted it to. It stayed, and stayed, and stayed. And now you're here, still standing but barely, still believing but questioning, still holding on, but wondering if God even remembers your name. You've been carrying a quiet burden that no one else sees. You smile in public. You show up for others. You keep moving forward. But inside, there's a weight pressing down on your chest that never seems to lift. You've asked God 1,000 times. Asterisk. Why did this happen to me? Asterisk. Asterisk. What was the point of all that pain? Asterisk. Asterisk. When is it finally going to get better? Asterisk. And you've been waiting for an answer. Well, beloved, this is it. Jesus knows exactly what you've been through. Not because he's watching from a distance. Not because angels reported it back to him. But because he was there. In every moment, in every tear, in every night you thought you couldn't survive. He was the strength you didn't know you had. He was the reason you woke up when you wanted to give up. He was the whisper in your spirit that said, asterisk, just one more day, asterisk, and he never left. But here's what you didn't realize. Everything you went through, every betrayal, every heartbreak, every disappointment, it wasn't meant to destroy you. It was meant to prepare you, because Jesus is about to use you in a way you never imagined. And the pain you survived, that's not your past anymore. It's your purpose. Let me tell you something about how God works. He doesn't waste anything. Not your tears, not your trauma, not the years you think you lost. He's been weaving it all together. Every broken piece, every shattered moment, every prayer you thought went unanswered, into something so beautiful that when you finally see it, you'll fall to your knees in gratitude. But you had to go through the fire first. Not because God wanted you to suffer, but because where he's taking you requires a strength that can only be forged in the flames. Think about gold. It doesn't become pure by sitting untouched. It becomes pure by being heated to temperatures so intense that everything impure burns away. And what's left? Something rare, something valuable, something that can't be broken. That's you. You've been in the fire, and Jesus has been guarding you the entire time, making sure the flames only burned away what needed to go and never touched what he was creating in you. Archangel Michael has been standing at your side, shield raised, protecting you from attacks you didn't even know were coming, because the enemy wanted to take you out. He wanted to convince you that the pain was proof God didn't care. But it was actually proof of the opposite. God only refines what he plans to use. So here's the message Jesus has for you today. Asterisk. I didn't bring you this far to leave you here. Asterisk. The pain you endured wasn't the end of your story. It was the beginning of your calling. The people who hurt you, they didn't break you. They built you. The moments you thought you failed, those weren't failures. They were lessons that made you wise. The season that felt like punishment, that was asterisk preparation. And now, right now, you're standing on the edge of something you've been praying for without even knowing it. A breakthrough, a shift, a moment where everything finally starts to make sense. But here's the part most people miss. The breakthrough doesn't come before you're ready. It comes after you've been made ready. And beloved, you are ready. Jesus didn't let this message reach you by accident. He allowed it to find you today because today is significant. Today is the day you stop looking back at your pain and start looking forward to your purpose. Today is the day you stop asking, "Why me?" and start declaring, "Use me." Today is the day you realize that everything you went through has positioned you for something greater than you've ever imagined. You think you're just surviving, but Jesus sees something else. He sees a warrior, a testimony, a light in the darkness, someone who's going to help others find their way because you found yours. You think you're broken, but he sees you as whole. You think you're forgotten, but he says you're chosen. And the calling on your life is not small. It's not ordinary. It's not something you stumbled into. It's something he handpicked you for before you were even born. So stop doubting. Stop shrinking. Stop believing the lie that your pain disqualified you, qualified you, and Jesus is ready to show you what he's been preparing you for all along. If you made it to the end of this message, it's because your spirit needed to hear it. God didn't guide you here to leave you the same. He guided you here to remind you, you are not forgotten, you are not too broken, and you are not done yet. The best part of your story is still being written. Stay with this message. Let it sink deep into your soul. It may be exactly what you needed to hear today.